All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for being here with us again for Mentorship Night. Tonight we have Alan Cohen from AJ Burger. Many of you might know him because your family went to the restaurant. It's a prestigious restaurant business owner. And he's joining us tonight for Mentorship Night. His restaurant is an icon in the community. He has employed many youths, young adults to work in his restaurant. AJ Burger on North Avenue over the years. He has provided opportunities to many families and kids through community service. So we want to welcome him, and he has lots of great things to tell us today. And we want to again turn on our cameras, make sure I know some of you guys may not be able to, but yeah, let's hand it over to AJ. Alan Cohen from AJ Burger.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for taking the time to listen to my little bit of words of advice. So, throughout my life, a lot of times I was late when I was younger, and what I really learned through the years as I got older, how unique time was. And time's unique because you can't buy it. Can't save it, you can only use it. So once your time's taken away, it's gone forever. So that's real important in this world, because when you show up for something on time and you stop whatever it is you had to stop to be on time and other people don't, that's disrespectful to you. If you're not on time for yourself, it's disrespectful to you and the organization. So if you need to be at class on time, or you need to be at practice on time, whatever it is, if you're not on time, you're just showing a great deal of disrespect for whoever it is that you're touching that's on time. And it matters. It matters a great deal. When I had to go to let's say a big meeting, or let's say you have to go to a big game, and the game starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's a 2-hour trip to get to the game. That means you have to leave at 6 a.m. Well, coach might say, you know what, guys, if we're going to have water and pack the bus, we got to be here at 5 a.m. And now we're going to do another half hour in case something happens. So I want everyone here at 4:30. So if everyone's there at 4:30, drink water, have coffee, a donut, whatever it is you're going to do. You pack up your equipment, you get the bus done, everything's ready, you double check. Now you're ready to leave. How do you feel about the guy that just pops in at the last minute for the bus left? We're happy to have him, but that's not really respectful. And that kind of stuff in real life goes a long way. So I had business meetings where if I wasn't 5 minutes early, I was 20 minutes late. The guy doesn't even want to talk to you. And sometimes you only chance. So it's an important thing in your life is to be very aware of the time. And then one of the other things I could tell you is you need to find something you love to do and do it and enjoy your life. And then you need to find something else you love to do that you can make money with. Because if you can't make money with it, how are you going to live? So if you can make money and you love it, that's a double. But otherwise, have a balance. Have something you love to do, and then find something you love to do or you like to do, and you can learn how to love to do it, where you're going to make some money. Because not everyone's going to be Michael Jordan. Not everyone's going to be Mariano Rivera. Not everyone's going to be Derek Jeter. Not everyone's going to be Mozzie. But you love soccer, play soccer and enjoy it. But then if that's not going to be your money, you need to find something else to do in your life and have a balance with that so that you have passion. And you see above my head, it says passion, because I had passion for what I do. If I just did this for the money, I would have been dead a long time ago. So those are really important things to think about. And then the other thing in my life that was a big thing, and this was a military thing. I wasn't in the military. I learned this from people at work, but when you get up before you leave, you make your bed. You need to make your bed because you're all old enough to make your bed. And then this way, the first thing of that day is complete, and your day is a series of accomplishments. Also, you get home at night. If you had a shitty day, at least your bed's ready and it's nice and clean and ready for you to go. And it's like if you go on vacation, you go to a hotel, or when you were younger, your mom made your bed, fresh sheets like this. It was always a good feeling. But you making your bed every day is starting your day with an accomplishment that's not bad to do, and your day should be filled with accomplishments. So before you leave the house, make your bed, and then think about what you want to accomplish that day. And then speaking about what you want to accomplish is you should have a list of goals. And your goals can change. They don't have to stay the same. But beyond those goals, you need to have accomplish. What are you going to do in your day to accomplish those goals? You want to be the number one goalie? Well, you better stand in front of the net and let somebody cook balls at you 6 or 7 hours a day so that you could become the number one goalie. And if you're doing other stuff besides that, you're not making inroads to accomplish your goal. If you want to be, I wanted to be a chef. I wanted to be a cook. I spend my time in a restaurant. My other friends were out partying and having all kinds of fun. Now I own a restaurant. They got a job. Or maybe they're doing other things. But you need to decide what you like and what you're going to do and have a list that's going to bring you to that point. You're not, Derek, just like, how many athletes just were born athletes? Most of the athletes out there spend a lot of time and do a lot of things to gain their accomplishments. And if you were here, you guys know that I know Mariano Rivera. And one of the special things he did in his life is he injured his knee. And he came back to the game, and there's videos of him in excruciating pain trying to do squats and rebuild his leg because he wanted to walk off the field champion. He didn't want to walk off the field injured. Every day, he had a trainer, and he trained every day. You go and look at his website, take a look at his face, you'll have a feeling in your heart if you've ever had any athletic pain to see what this guy went through because he wanted to. That was it. And that's part of the things that makes him a great man. So it's all about goals and a list of things that you're going to do to accomplish those goals. And the other thing I can tell you is you should network. You're all around people right now. You don't know where you guys are going to be in 10 years, 20 years, but you should keep the contact, put the phone, talk, shake hands, find a little bit more about each other. Because later on, when you're doing things, you might find somebody that is in a business that you want to do business with, on a sports team that you want to know about, and things like that. You'll be surprised with the friends that you have here, because we're way better than most people on the globe. We live in Westchester. We have food, we have water, we have shelter. Not everybody has that. Not only that, we have great schools. We have teams. You think every school in the world has the opportunity to do what you guys are doing and on a team? I guarantee not. So you really should enjoy that part of your life. So you should make sure that you have contact. It's just like a passing through. We're getting killed with the phone with 15-second little venues of Instagram and TikTok, and you just need more and more and more of that. You really need to like watch the water, go away from the shore, and enjoy your life, enjoy a sunset, enjoy a sunrise. Realize that the people around you are valued just because they're people, and they might even have more value as they have different skill sets and different opportunities and things they could share with you later on in life. So that's another thing that's real important. The other thing that's real important is you need to get enough sleep. Nobody gets enough sleep. Everyone's on their phone till 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. You take a look at the people that are successful in this world. They always had enough sleep because that repairs your body and it repairs your brain. And before you go to bed, you want to read or see something besides the phone and have some positive affirmation. If it's that goal shot you were looking to take, or you want to do better at driving, or you want to try to work out more, you need to sit at night at bed, read something and say, tomorrow I'm going to do this, this, and this better than what I ever did before. Because there's a thing called the self-fulfilling prophecy. If you live underneath a dark cloud, it's going to rain on you every day. But if you live on sunshine, you're going to find bright lights and happy times. It's your choice. You control that emotion that's in your ears, and it's up to you to find and harness it and hold on to it and practice it every single day. And when you get up, you'll have that affirmation because that's what you went to sleep with, and that's how you start your day. And then let's see what else we can talk about. You should be kind and have empathy for the people around you. Because somebody's having a bad day or somebody's mean, you don't know what happened to them to make them nasty or to make them mean. So you should be killing people with kindness instead of aggression and adversity. There's people that are rude, that bump into you, that need to be cooler than you, better than you, or just rude. It's like something happens to them. Like what's going on in their life that they feel better by trying to make you feel better. They're not happy. You're probably way happier than they are. So you should have some empathy and look at them and instead of hate them and kill them, just try to embrace them. And, just like look at them and say, are you sure? Is that what you want to say? Or ignore it and then don't aggress it. They are way unhappier than you. I'm that because I serve the public. When people come in here and they're mean and rude, doesn't happen a lot, but if they are, I'll usually take care of that customer and pull them away from my service because they have other things to do. And I teach this to my service, like, don't let that one person ruin your day. Because we sometimes accentuate the negative and forget about all the positives. So, when I grew up, I remember the things that my parents did that I hated the most. I don't remember the things that I loved the most. And that's part of human nature. We got to have in our minds. So think about all the great things your parents did instead of the things that you hate about them. Because they did a lot of great things. You got to sit back and think about it instead of the time they took the phone away or took the toys away or they grounded you. Did other things they did and sacrifices they made to make you happy and your life a little better place. So being kind and having empathy. The other thing you need to think about is sad, but in our world, in my opinion, the food company and the drug companies are sort of connected. So you need to eat food like it's your medicine, or medicine is going to be your food. What do I mean? We have so much food that's no good for us, that's available to us everywhere. And it really shouldn't be, but it is. So you need to take a look at what you're putting inside your body, because that's what's making your bones, your flesh, your blood, your energy, your digestive system. And if you think about it, if it comes in a package, it's probably not really good. So we have salad in bags, buy ahead lettuce, right? We have apples that are all cut up, they're in plastic containers. Go chew an apple. Or even worse than that, take a look at the chips and the cereal and all that other stuff that's out there. Read some of the ingredients. See what's in that stuff that you're actually eating. And wonder sometimes when you don't feel great, you feel lazy or whatever, a lot of that has to do with what you're eating. And there's wonderful, wonderful superfoods. Pineapple, ginger, kale, watermelon. There's a ton of stuff out there. The best cough serum you could probably take is lime, apple, ginger, and honey. You mix that together and you eat that, you won't be buying NyQuil. And it'll make you feel just as good. So just think about what you're eating, what you're putting in your body. If you don't take care of your body now, you're going to hate yourself when you get old. I'm 63. I walk every day. I'm happy I can walk. I'm walking while I can walk because my mother's 92. She's in a wheelchair. She can't walk anymore. She's not going to walk again ever. So enjoy your health, enjoy your life, and remember, in between your ears with your intentions, your goals, and with what you want to do, you have control. You really have control. So you want to walk for an hour a day, a half hour a day, 20 minutes, whatever it is, start it. Because everything starts with one thing. You want to eat an elephant, it's one bite. You want to take 1,000-mile journey, it's one step. You guys are young, the world's in your hands, and you can control your destiny. So that is, in a nutshell, my little words of advice for you guys to hold on to and think about and, share with your friends. And, and then you have questions that want to talk to me, the book. So you can get me at AJ's Burgers anytime you want to.
So AJ Allen, brother, while we have you here, can you tell us, were you, in terms of going back to the restaurant you spoke of a little bit, about, did you go to school to become a chef? And
I did. I went to,
you want to tell us about that?
I have a bachelor's degree in hospitality management. I went to Sullivan County Community College. I finished at Westchester County Community College. My dad got sick. I moved home. And then I went to Florida International University. And I wasn't going to finish school because I was working. I was making money. I was already a chef. And my friend said, make pretend that you got arrested And instead of going to jail, you had 2 more years to finish college. And while you were finishing college, you had an apartment, a pool, and a car. He goes, why wouldn't you finish school? You're so young. And I finished school. But that doesn't mean that that's what you have to do. You might want to be a plumber, an electrician, a soccer guy, or a tradesman. So finishing school is not always the necessary thing to do, but I found something that I loved and I like to do it. When I was 12 years old, I used to take care of a card game. And at that card game, the guys ate, and I brought them food and I brought them drinks, and I made a ton of money at the end of the summer taking care of those guys. And everyone told me how good I did. And that sort of was my stepping stone into students. Because I liked it, people liked it, I liked me doing it, so they made me feel good about myself. And then I just succeeded it. And I liked doing it, so I found something I had passion for, and I made money. And so I was pretty lucky. So, don't mean to get political, but if you love your work, you'll never work another day in your life. And that's what you got to think about. You got to think about that when I said find something that you love to do. It's like, and try things, try new things. You're young, you could try whatever you want, because you should take the time now to experience all the things that you want to experience, because at 63, there's a lot of things I'm not going to do anymore. I'm glad I skied when I was younger. I don't want to break my kneecaps now skiing. So if I ski now, I feel like a little old man. But still can get to the ski slopes. And you guys are in a place where you can see everything. We got the beach, we got boats, we got winter sports, we got everything over here. And it's like, with the immigration stuff and everything that's going on, you probably know more about it than I do being in school, because I sometimes shut the news off. But take a look at people that come over here from third world countries. They don't have water, they don't have lights, they don't have electricity, never mind uniforms, sneakers, and stuff to do. You guys are like unbelievably lucky, and you got to appreciate that.
Guys, do you have, is there anything you want to ask Alan while we have him? Are you curious about anything in terms of the restaurant business, in terms of what he just said?
I do have a question. Is AJ's Burgers your first business?
Good question.
No.
She wants to know if that's Gabby, and she's asking if AJ's
No.
Burger was your first business.
No, I had a store before this, and I had the Wedge-In restaurant in the Bronx before this. And then I worked for a very dear friend of mine for 10 years, so I was able to spend more time with my kids. So remember, I said, do stuff that you like. When I sold my restaurant in the Bronx about 25 years ago, I sold my restaurant in the Bronx, and I decided to take the job because my kids were 7 and 9, and they were only going to be 7 and 9 once. So I decided to spend time at a regular job so I'd be able to see my kids on weekends, holidays, and stuff like that. The restaurant business, you're working nights and holidays all the time. That's the other thing you do is when you make choices in life, they're all your choices. When you see somebody really professional and you see someone that you want to be like, take a look at what his life's like. You have Google today that we didn't have. You can see all kinds of things that we didn't have the opportunity to see.
That was a good question, Gabby. Is there anyone else who's curious, who has a question, who has a comment? What do you? Does anyone here like to cook? Brielle, is that your hand I see? You like to cook? Oh, okay. So do you think you probably would want to be a chef one day or own a restaurant one day?
I'll give you a simple one that maybe everyone could sort
Brielle
of relate.
said not really. Go ahead. Go ahead.
How many of you guys like scrambled eggs? Scrambled eggs are a thing for you people? If you like scrambled eggs, go ahead and Google the 30-minute egg, or it's a 3-minute scrambled egg. So take a look at that, and it'll give you Julia Child's recipe how to scramble an egg that's going to take you 3 minutes. And that technique of scrambling an egg, that egg's gonna taste like a custard and it'll be like egg you've never ever had before. So if you like scrambled eggs, go Google that and try that, and you follow that recipe and it's just time and really scraping up the dish.
Yeah.
Scraping the frying pan so the eggs don't get all goopy.
So I want to circle back really quick to Brio. What do you like to cook? And you can turn on your you can unmute yourself if you like and talk to us. This way I don't have to
Yeah, no problem. So I really like to cook anything from handmade pizza, crust and all, to pasta, just anything that takes, in my opinion, a lot of effort is kind of fun to make and kind of a learning experience.
very good. That's pretty advanced. Pizza from scratch.
Are you making pizza at home ever?
Yeah, sometimes.
Oh, that is a lot of work.
Very nice. Very good. Who else like to cook? Do you find cooking good therapy? Do you do it because sometimes maybe you're stressed and you want to like de-stress and you decide, oh, I'm going to cook, I'm going to make pizza? So cooking can be good therapy as well. Relaxing.
For me as well. Cooking is good therapy, that's for sure.
So AJ, I got a question. As an employer, what do you look at? What do you look for when someone comes to look for a job in your restaurant? What quality you look for, and what can you share with the young coaches that they can learn to develop that quality?
Well, I'll tell you, the first quality is you need to learn how to fill out an application. So go Google a job application and practice filling it out so that you're not nervous the minute you're here filling it out. It's a shame that the school doesn't teach you this stuff. The other thing is when people call up and they want to come in for an application, I ask them what time's good for you. They go anytime. I go 5 o'clock on Tuesday. Well, that's not good for them. Well, then don't ask me what time's good for me because I say what time's good for you. That's already a bad start, right? And if you tell me what time's good for you, be on time. Because if you're supposed to be here at 5, that means if I'm sitting at a table at 5 o'clock, that interview should be starting. And if you're not there yet, you don't win by walking through the door at 5. You should have been there before 5. So, and then filling out the application. Don't leave stuff blank. I got people that say my resume is attached. Well, if your resume is attached and you don't fill out the application, I don't know if you have any writing skills. This is a restaurant. What if you can't take a message because you only deal with your phone and you can't spell and you can't write? I don't see that if you don't fill out an application. And the other thing is you should be dressed like you're coming for a job interview, not a hot mess getting off the soccer field. You shouldn't come with your friends. You should come alone. If your friend's coming with you, let your friend wait outside. Okay? The other thing is that you should have something in your life that you do. And if it's not previous experience, you should show me that you're in a chess club, you're on a soccer team, you join groups where you're part of a group. Because being part of a group means that there's lots of people achieving a common goal. And that's what we want to do in business. There's lots of moving parts to achieve a common goal. So don't be afraid if you don't have experience, but be afraid if all you did was babysit. Because if all you did was babysit, what does a babysitter do? You chill. You don't do a thing, really. The kids are probably sleeping, you're watching TV, but you don't have any work to do. But if you were in a woodshop class, or you were in a music class, or you were in an arts class, or you're on a soccer team. You're on a soccer team. I hired girls that were on soccer teams. Guess what? They got up early. They went to Iona. They had to have practice. They went to games. They did their schoolwork, and they got to work. These are achievers. And the people that just didn't do nothing, it's like Biggie Small, party and bullshit. They don't do nothing. We see that. You would see. So that's the thing with people coming into the job. Then after you get the job, come to work on time. But if I could fire you for being late after 3 times, a lot more people would have left there a lot earlier. And guess what? I would have saved a lot more money. Because when you come here to work and I spend 10 hours on you, you cost me $150 plus the shirt, plus food, plus my taxes. So it's not a lot of money for you because it's $15 an hour. Let's say you and I were partners and you just spent $200 on AJ. He came in late and he's watching TV and he's on his phone while he's supposed to be working. How do you feel now? When it's your $200, it's a whole different story.
Yes, punctuality, very important. Any other questions? Questions?
Yeah, I got another question. AJ, what would you say to our young coach to be involved in the community for our program that is serving kids and parents? What would you say? How long does it contribute to something? For example, if a young coach comes to you and talk about involving a soccer program that will work on Saturday and work on setting hours, does it count on the resume building? Does it count in the future?
If young kids are part of a team and they're part of doing something, that means you're responsible and you're part of a team. You know, every business is a team. Every business is a team with a common goal. Every business out there is out there to make money. You know, every business is out there to make money. Even the Hope Community Service, it's a non-for-profit. At the end of the day, they need to make money or they're going to be closed. They're going to have no money for the food and for the books and for what they're giving the community. So every single business is looking to make money. And you're only going to do that with people that achieve stuff. So you being in school and being active in things is very, very valuable when you come to look for a job, because when you're up against another employee, another candidate that has done nothing, who would you want to have in your team? Somebody that hasn't done anything or someone that's been active? Everyone wants the active thing. You know, you don't have to be a star of it, you just have to be in it.
Thank you.
What are your thoughts on that, guys? Do you guys have any questions about that? Any comment about that?
I mean, if you don't want to speak on camera, you can say something in the group chat and we can read your question. If you're shy of speaking and you want to say something, you can put in the group chat and we'll check it out and read it to the entire group.
Okay, I suppose if we don't have any questions, we do know where okay, what's your secret to success? Who is that? It's an iPhone, but I don't know who it's.
But the secret is really falls in what I told you. Is I have positive affirmations. I look for a goal. I make things, a list of things that's going to help me accomplish my goal, and I stay positive. And I just keep chasing that goal. When I first opened up here, I opened up the same week the bank closed. So it was terrific. 2008 was a terrible, terrible bank crash, right? So I lived through that. I lived through COVID. I lived through a lot of bad experiences that happen in the world, but staying positive and thinking about what you could do. You have control in 3 years. So the secret to success is the self-fulfilling prophecy. Stay positive, think about what you want to accomplish, and go after that goal.
I have a question.
Yep.
Through your lifetime experience with like different businesses, selling one in the Bronx, being with your kids, starting a job and stuff, everything takes time and effort, but then also trial and error, correct?
Absolutely.
So with that, oh, sorry about that. But like, with that, when you have certain people in your life that like question what you're doing or speak down on it, how would you go about like dealing with that if you had to deal with that? did you just like have to block them out, or believe in what you believe in, and then that one day the things that you're doing, the work that you're putting in will pay off?
You know what? You've answered your own question, because if you have people that are around you that are negative about what you want to do and what you want to try to do,
There's
listen to
bad
them.
people.
Yeah, be kind, listen to them, because you can learn something from everybody. You can learn
Okay.
what not to do and what not to be, but they might bring up one point that you might not have thought about. Now that's adding to your entourage or your arsenal about what you want to accomplish. But you should go for whatever you want. And the thing that you have, all of you have, is you have control of your reaction. So it's up to you. It's up to you if people get you mad, if they get you angry, if they get you disappointed, because you have control. Think about what it is they're saying, and think about the kind of person you are, and think about the kind of person they are, and you can just stay positive and go on with your life instead of them letting burn a bridge or a hope or a desire inside you. But you're on the field and someone says you suck. Well, they're not on the field. And even if they were on the field and they say you suck, maybe they're a little better than you, but that doesn't mean you're done. Just keep going. Don't let, you should let that be the strength that makes you get better, as opposed to one that quit. But we have control of our reactions. You have to control your reactions with your friends, with your teachers, with your coaches, with your parents, with everything in life. In between your ears is the most important space in your body. That's where you have control.
That was very insightful, the whole conversation from start to end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, you can go ahead and put in your comment and the discussion. If you don't want to be on camera, if you don't want to ask a question on camera, you can go ahead and put it in the group chat, and we'll read your question. And if you got a comment, you can read your comment and stuff in the group chat. NJ, I know you do a lot of work in the community, particularly helping the homeless. I've seen you close your shop down to serve a lot of people who can afford food. And just recently, you were helping out there feeding the homeless and the hungry. What makes you do that? And how can you encourage our young people to do something to give back to the community?
The thing that I love best about helping the community is because I'm actually helping the community. My money and effort is going into the hands and mouths of the people that need it, as opposed to donations to really big organizations that have layers and layers that keep the money instead of really spending the money on the people that need it. So Hope is my go-to sort of charity in New Rochelle, and they take in people that need food. They don't qualify them. If you're online at Hope, it doesn't matter if you're a mom with 3 kids, or you're homeless, or you might be mentally ill, and you never know what it is. You never know what that person has had. A lot of homeless people could be vets. They're mentally ill vets that didn't get the right treatment when they got back. They could have been just people with bad luck. Drug addicts aren't bad people. They're people with a bad problem. And, that was my affinity to see that, to actually see, anything that I collected, I gave to them and went right to the people. So that's what drove that. And it sort of makes you feel good when you can help somebody along.
Okay, that's great. Hey, we have a question in the comments in the chat. What's an accomplishment you're proud of? You're most proud of?
Well, aside from my family, I would say teaching people my skill set. Teaching guys how to cook. That went on to open restaurants, to become chefs, to do other things, and to hold on to the techniques that I taught them that you don't see anymore. It's like, how many of you guys are making homemade chicken soup at home, homemade brown sauce at home? How many people know what it is to rice a potato to make a mashed potato? That scrambled egg I told you about. I thought people think skill set that's going to be lost because you're just not teaching. When I was in school, they had home ec. They're not teaching you guys how to go to the supermarket and shop. They didn't teach you how to cut chicken up. Things like that. Like now, all the chicken, when I was your age, the chicken used to come to the supermarket whole. Not everything comes in a package. You buy wings, you buy legs, you buy drumsticks, you buy whatever. But in the old days, the chicken came in as a whole chicken and somebody had to cut it up and learn how to use every single part of that chicken. And that skill set that I'm passing down is priceless.
Hmm.
Oh, very good. I thought I had another chat. I'm sorry. Hey guys, like DJ said, if you have questions and you want to put it in chat, go ahead and put it in chat for Alan, and we'll go ahead and read it out loud.
So AJ, I got one more question.
Yep.
Some of our kids and we do the program for 6th through 12th grade, and we also have what we call our supervisors who are in 12th grade graduating and going to college. What would you say to those who are supervisors, especially those who are managers and supervisors and managing people? What techniques, what skills do you think, and also advice would you give to them to when they pursue something else in life?
I go back to my original stuff where you need to have passion and love for what you're doing. And, you have passion and love for more than one thing. I mean, people like to play golf, they like to play tennis. And as long as you're putting yourself wholeheartedly into it, it's going to be good, whether no matter what it is that you do, you want to be in it 100%. And people can tell when you're 100%. You've all been to a barber or a doctor, or you're checking out of the supermarket, and what are the little things that make the difference? The guy that likes his job, that's taking care of you, that makes a big difference. But sometimes today I'm surrounded by people that hate their jobs and hate their life. And I feel bad for them. I feel bad for myself because I'm online and I'm dealing with someone that's miserable that doesn't want to be there, and they're packing my bags or they got to cash me out. But I feel bad for them. It's like, why are you doing it to yourself? Why would you want to torture yourself and live a life that you hate when you have all the choices in the world to do what you want? So they got to find what they love and stay positive. Keep those affirmations.
And there again, we talked about positive affirmation. We touched on that. Do you guys know what that is? Especially, 6th grader, 7th grader. Do you know what positive affirmation is? No? Joelle, is that you shaking your head now?
Positive affirmation is that when you go to sleep at night, you say, tomorrow I'm going to start working out. And tomorrow I'm going to start reading a book. And you say that to yourself every single night. And then eventually, when you get up in the morning, you're going to say, I'm going to read a book. And then start reading the page, start taking that walk, start doing that workout. And that positive affirmation is to see yourself accomplishing what you want to accomplish. And if you keep seeing yourself accomplish what you want to accomplish, eventually you will accomplish it. Don't talk yourself out of it. The guy says, oh, I'm never going to make the shot. I'm never going to do nothing. You're going to make the shot. Like whatever it is that's difficult for you to do that you want to accomplish it, see yourself doing it, see yourself winning it, see yourself having it, see yourself being happy with it, and see you have it. And eventually you're going to get it.
This is deep.
Okay, very good. Thank you for that. Does anybody want to give us an example after hearing what a positive affirmation is? Because that's very important. We've heard of that phrase came up a couple of times while Alan spoke. And it's a very important one. Do you guys know what that might be? I'm going to share quickly while we're here, and we'll look at the first top 5 of what or maybe I won't share it. I'll just read it out. So a positive affirmation could be, I am successful. like Alan had said, I am confident, I am powerful, I'm strong, I'm getting better and better every day. Those are like the I am quotes of positive thoughts that you want to repeat and, you know, resonate within yourself. And that's another thing we heard about Googling, Google Scramble eggs. You can also Google what positive affirmation is and, you know, have some ideas what that is. Do you guys have any comments, any thoughts? How many of you have been to AJ Burger before? Do you know where it is? Have you been there with your parents before? Nicholas?
Well, come in, say hello. Let me know you're on the chat. We'll hook you up.
Be sure you have to say hello to AJ.
Yeah.
You go there.
Yes. I go to it. Oh, yes, I have. I think some people say in the group chat they have been there. Yeah.
Yeah, I see one person. Nicholas has been there. Keaton has been there. So yeah, definitely check out AJ Burger. And say hello to Alan when you get there. DJ, did you have any other thoughts? Any other questions?
No, this has been an amazing section. I learned some stuff today, and I hope the young coaches learn some stuff today. It's been amazing, and AJ had just laid out there for just life, how to go about making things successful in life. And you have an iconic restaurant in New Rochelle, right on North Avenue. As you said, you guys are welcome. I go out there, eat the food all the time. It's amazing food, amazing place, amazing hospitality. So it's amazing to have AJ here today, speaking to our young coaches. And I hope that everybody took something out of what he said that you can apply to your life. You know, I appreciate that. I took something out for myself.
No,
And
I
hope,
absolutely did too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you know, Alan, thank you so much for being here with us. Clearly,
It was an honor.
your background, your experience has resonated with at least one of us, if not more. So we heard from, you know, we heard that. So definitely we're all walking away with some extra thoughts from here. Change the way maybe we think about things and the way we do things, or the way we relate to each other.
Okay.
That's great. So it doesn't matter if you win or lose, but DJ and Vanessa be a little bit happy if everybody won. So get out there and keep winning.
Thank you. That's very good.
For that.
Yeah.
Thank you so
End
much
on
for
that.
that.
We can enter that. Yeah, I love that.
Well, guys, if you have any questions for, wait, hold on, let me check. There's 4 chats. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Sorry, my battery died. Okay, I have Brandon went to AJ Burger before as well. Yeah, many times we've been there. But yeah, if you guys can think of a question now for Alan and you think of it later, you can either go check him out at his restaurant on North Avenue. I'm sure he'll give you a few minutes if you have a question for him, or you can send it to either myself or DJ and we can help facilitate that answer for you. In terms of restaurant business background and what have you, or anything Alan has said to us today. Again, if you guys don't have any questions now or comments, I suppose we can wrap this up.
Yeah. AJ, do you have any last comment? Do you want to say something
I
like?
really appreciate everyone showing up and being so attentive and participating. And if you guys have questions later, you want to out, you can go to my website, ajsburgers.com, and do an inquiry. My email is not that complicated. It's aj@ajsburgers.com. So I'm easy to find and hard to miss once you're out in the street.
Awesome. Actually, I like that note on the website in terms of going there with an inquiry. That's actually very good. Yeah, so check that out. I'll actually send you guys the website in the I'll in that email that I sent, the Zoom link. I'll send you guys our website as well, so that you can as well to the landing page, so that you can see where to go if you have any questions or comments or inquiries. All right, so again, Alan, thank you so very much. DJ, thank you so much for always facilitating this and leading this as well. Guys, young coaches, supervisors, assistant managers that are on this call, thank you again so much for being here with us tonight. It's a school night, it's Thursday night, so hopefully you finished your homework. If not, have a good night and go finish up those homework. Nice.
Everybody, thank you.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night. Be safe. Bye, Andre. Daniel, you can go ahead.